Hey gang, can you guys hear me? All right, we'll get started here in like 2 minutes. Wait for the rest of the gang to join. All right, I think other people are joining me. I think Yum Yum and Tara are joining. I'm gonna reach out to them just real quick.
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
And I can hear you okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. Tara might be running a little bit late. Do you know if Hall's coming?
I don't, but we can
Oh,
get started.
nope. I don't know if you looked over the questions. I've got some of the questions, but I know we got stuff to cover anyway, so whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yep, start at the hour. Are you going to be able to do your teas still? I
Yeah.
don't remember. Nice. You guys.
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes. I just don't want to be sitting in it for a while. So whenever you want, just give me a couple minutes heads up.
Okay, sounds good. We can do it as the last sneak peek of everything. So
Okay.
let me. I'm gonna get all my files and stuff ready and then share. But I have so much stuff to share and so many questions to answer, guys. So should be a good Q&A today. It's been a sec since we've done one, I guess, with everybody. So excited for you guys to see all that we have coming this week. This week is insane. We have so many things and we're trying to the very last minute to cram as much as we can into it. So bear with us. I will go through as much as I can about the update. I'll show you stuff. It should be fun. And first of all, this got here literally an hour ago. So gotta show off my shirt. Pretty good timing for it to get here. Can you see?
So cool. It's so
I know.
pretty.
I can't believe it got here. It was supposed to get here at 2, and then it said 8, and then it got here at 5. And this is 6 o'clock for me now. So, anyways, pretty fun. It's like I think it's the only one in the world currently. So, pretty glad that I got it, and hopefully you guys will all be able to buy one here pretty soon. So yeah, we've got swimming update. Finally, we're at the swimming update. If you look at our updates channel and at the roadmap, I know there's a lot of people who are saying like, why do you guys keep mixing it up? I don't know if a lot of people feel that way or if it's just people that ping me. But we actually didn't change stuff too much. We did move Dino Dogs up a little earlier, and then plushies got delayed. That's not something we had real control of. That said, you should be able to buy plushies here in the next couple weeks, if not very soon. So be ready for that. But just looking at the roadmap, we've actually been able to hit almost everything other than plushies. And then Dino Dogs was just earlier. But Swimming Dinos is coming next. That was always intended to be a mid-May update. After that, we got fishing and Mosasaurus battle. So let me explain. I'll try and explain a lot of the big questions we've had. I know we've got like actual questions, and so I might be a little bit redundant here. Hopefully not too bad. So this week, what's coming out, we've got the Spinosuchus. It will be able to swim underwater. It will also work above water. So there will later be some dinosaurs like the Mosasaurus, and other like purely underwater dinosaurs that really they'll technically work above land, and we have some fun ways that they can maybe be utilized in like boss battles and stuff. But the Spinosuchus, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be able to ride it all over the map. It's gonna look really good. I'll show you some stuff here soon of like final renders. Hopefully you saw the tease. I guess I should have that image pulled up somewhere as well at this meeting at some point. But we've got all it's called like the PDP art, or like the banner art that you'll see for the game is going to be all updated with the Spinosuchus. It's going to use coral saddles, so it'll be attached to the back of the neck. At one point, we did have it as a front-mounted one, but we found that with swimming, it was better to have it behind. So it's going to have a coral saddle. Coral saddle will basically be exactly the same price and setup as the flying saddles or the leaf saddle. It will be, as long as you have the stone saddle unlocked, you'll be able to unlock the coral saddle. It'll be the exact same amount of nugs. I think it's 1,750 nugs to get the coral saddle. So you'll have plenty of nugs if you end up buying the bundle, or if you basically do your daily challenges today, tomorrow, and get the golden egg, you'll be pretty close to being able to unlock the coral saddle. I guess we still have more than a couple of days, but this update's not tomorrow. There's going to be a few things. I should show you guys some stuff. Stop talking. Let me show you. I'll share my screen. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't have anything I'm not supposed to show up. I don't know. I'll share stuff. Okay. How can you guys see this? All right. So this is early footage of the map here. Not early. This is like from a couple days ago, but doesn't have the fish in it yet. It doesn't have all the elements in it yet. But this is kind of the main entrance hub of the swimming map. And then there's going to be these different sections. In this section, you'll be able to basically similar to how you do like pig sticks. There'll be pearls in this room, in this first room. Sorry, this is jumping all over the place, probably more confusing. So you go into this first kind of area, and the lighting will be a lot better as well, but clams will have pearls inside of them. So just similar to the pig huts, you'll kind of whack at those. They'll open up and give you a pearl. Good way to get bones for sure. And there'll be fish all over here that you can eat, farm, mess around with, use your weapons, your dino weapons or your Gatling guns or slingshots to shoot and have some fun with them. In this room, this is like another chamber area. There'll be the hermit crab that you've seen teased, and I'll show you some more of him in just a second. You'll battle him. He's not too difficult, but you fight him enough, he'll break his claw. You'll break his claw off, and his giant claw is kind of what you'll get as a reward in this room. And again, there'll be like fish everywhere in this space. And this is going back into the main chamber, and then I sped through this a little bit too fast. So back into that main chamber, and then there's this kind of like dark area you can go into. Now this is going to be pretty tame at launch. There'll be some scary music, some like baby anglerfish that are swimming around that are pretty harmless. A week after this Thursday, so a week from this Thursday, this is going to be an entire like mini boss battle. So think of it somewhat like getting the golden tooth, but it's not like a Titan fight or anything like that, but there'll be like a golden tooth like loot inside of this room with some really fun it's gonna be an octopus basically, or a giant squid, but we're calling it an octopus. And that will come again a week after launch. The week after the octopus encounter and there's other stuff too. We'll talk. Man, there's so much stuff coming up. A week after that is when fishing is coming. I had a great fishing video. Dang it, I don't have it with me now. Let's see. Oh gosh, it's a lot of stuff. All right, here's that crab I was talking about. He'll be sticking out of one of those shells, and his giant claws the reward you'll get. But he'll just be chilling there, and then if you start fighting him, he'll fight back, but he's a pretty easy foe. And then they drop the real hermit crabs, or real crabs anyways, drop their claw as a defense mechanism. So he'll drop his claw, which you can then return for bones, and it'll be pretty good loot. We'll talk about this other stuff later. All right, here's the Spinosuchus. Still trying to dial in the final textures and colors and everything. This color here is locked, and the reason for that is because it is most likely going to be the final colors for our plushie. So here's a picture of one of the test plushies, and just so you know, we're working on it. The Carnotagus is also in the works. Let's see what it looks like in someone's hand. Really fun dude. He's going to come in an egg. This one is. Spinosuchus will not be coming in an egg, but will be coming much sooner than the Carnotagus. This is probably going to come later on this year, but some fun images that I wanted to share with you because I have more of him than I do of the Spinosuchus. But we had to delay the Carnotagus, and then so we moved up the Spinosuchus plushie so that you guys could buy it while the Spinosuchus was being launched. So you should be able to buy this here pretty soon. Obviously got some fun cosmetics going. This is a shark hat. You don't have to, okay. I know a lot of people have been asking, again, this might be redundant from questions in the Q&A. You can breathe underwater. Everything can breathe underwater. There's not going to be any sort of breathing mechanics. So all dinosaurs will be able to go underwater. You don't have to have a Spinosuchus to go into the water map. You'll want one because it's pretty slow. It's not quite as bad as going to the flying map, I would say, without a flying dinosaur. And even frankly, if you hop off your dinosaur and just swim around as an UG, it's pretty good. You don't actually need any sort of snorkels or any tanks or anything like that to breathe. This is just kind of a fun looking cosmetic that we wanted to give you guys. So just to clear up any confusion, all UGs, all dinosaurs can go underwater. Spinosuchus is just going to easily be the best. It's going to feel very similar to flying as far as the mechanics go. The only difference being is that, in flying, you're always basically going down because of gravity. Underwater, the Spinosuchus barely goes down because of gravity. So you'll have to basically push your arms up like this motion in order to descend faster. You can also 6-7 your controllers as you're kind of trying to control your downward momentum. But otherwise, most of it is just kind of, there's a little bit of where you look is where you go as well. So if you're familiar with flying, fishing should feel very natural. Going down will just require that kind of push up. But you don't need anything. Every dinosaur will swim the same way. It's just you'll notice an immediate difference if you don't have a flying dinosaur, a swimming dinosaur, or in other words, a hydro. This is fun. This will come out when the fishing update comes out, obviously. But some fun cosmetics.
I just sent you the fishing video you were looking for.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's see. Make sure I don't share anything. Let's see if I don't know. Okay. Here's a tease of fishing. This is too fun. Is this the first one he sent, Hala?
Yeah, this is the first one. So this is a little old, you guys. It's even better now. I just fished this morning. But
yeah, it's he's showing that it doesn't work a lot of times, but when he gets in there, he's got something on the rod, and then now you can reel it in, and everything will turn. But get the idea. Get your fish, feed it to your dino. Throw it into the tar pit, and you'll collect them all. That's we just used a pouchy for now, so that's not even the actual fish that you'll be getting. But yeah, cast it out there, sit for a second, it'll start pulling. And there's a whole mini game with the reeling and everything. This was just a very early test, I think about from a week ago, maybe. Time moves really fast in UG development days. So anyways, super fun stuff. Going back to me, and let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. I know somebody sent a question about this, and it's pretty exciting. This is what it's going to look like when you launch into UG now instead of what you've been used to since day one. So this will be here. It will be temporary during the water updates, which I think pretty much will be going up until at least July. So for the 4th of July update, we might kind of take away some of the theming, but this should be pretty fun. In the meantime, the shop is going to change to the egg shop's not going to change quite as drastically as we had, but it'll be really fun. The Spinosuchus mom is swimming in a pool of water, and all the babies are swimming as well. And you can actually jump in as an UG, probably just as an UG because it's more like a jacuzzi. So you jump in there and you can see them swimming above you, and you can hop in and out and try the swimming mechanics just right there in the egg shop. So that'll be fun. And this is where the Spinosuchus bundle will go. The Alien versus Predator, the Xenodon, and the Predator, those will be moved back into where the PvP tunnels are. So you will still be able to purchase those if you want them, but they're going to be kind of tucked away and hidden. We're really going to put the Spinosuchus kind of front and center for this update. So, and there will be just the one. I'm still working on it. Literally was working on it as I hopped on to this. I think this is closer to where we're landing with the colors and the pattern for the bundle. And then, Hala, do you mind sending me just the final PDP just to share? Yeah. I know it's been leaked already, but for those who haven't seen it, and I kind of could talk to it too. Stayed up till 4 a.m. working on it, guys. It was too fun. Yeah, already shared these colors with you. Oh, the new egg too. It does have a new and unique pattern there, so it's kind of fun when we introduce a new actual egg. Let's see. I think that's everything that I have here, and yeah, so anyone that hasn't seen it already, this is what the I guess I took off the fins on these because they felt distracting on these guys, but this is probably the best angle of like what the actual bundle will look like. So this guy with this, again, you don't need this to breathe or swim or whatever, but you can see the helmet with the fin that matches. Also, you will technically get a trident when you buy it, but the trident actually is just going to be the egg hammer, which is where you like place the egg on the end and then you can bash stuff with. You get a free one of those when you buy the bundle. You don't get it unlocked in your tech web, but you will have it, and it's like your egg is going to be sitting on the end of it. The Spinosaurus egg will be sitting on the end of it, so you can just immediately start going and bashing chickens like that. We can't really give weapons away with the cosmetics just because of how the tech web and everything works. But kind of a fun idea is just to reskin it, similar to how we had like the pebble became a snowball and the boulder became a basketball. The egg hammer is going to be a trident for a short time, and then that'll go away and it'll go back to the normal egg hammer like you have it now in the tech web. But yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Really excited about it. Really stoked to see what you guys think. So far through the alpha testing, it's been pretty good. We're giving it to beta, likely end of day tomorrow or Wednesday morning to try it out. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably everything I should share for the time being. I do have a lot more, and I know there's a lot of questions. I do want to get into questions, and I might circle back and share some more.
Did you leak next week's update? With the
I talked about it. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Okay, one more thing for sure. Good call out. All right, back to my stuff. We're adding a fun mechanic. It will make a lot more sense in 2 weeks. But we're gonna let you whistle. I don't know if you guys can hear this. You might not be able to hear it, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. So anywhere in the map, if you whistle, it'll call. Okay, I don't know. Could you guys even hear that? Did that?
Yeah, we can hear the whistle.
Okay. Anyways, it's all very temporary, but it's showing how it works. In your hut, there will be a pteranodon, is like basically a pterodactyl. If you from anywhere on the map make like the OK looking symbol and put it to your mouth and hold it, you will whistle. If you purchased the pterodon, then it will come pick you up and take you back to your hut. So it'll look a lot fancier than that. It won't be a terra chicken, but fun concept. So we've got that basically programmatically all done. So we are going to add the whistle this week, so you'll be able to whistle. So that's why if all of a sudden you hear a whistle in game, it's probably because you accidentally made the OK sign and put it next to your mouth. But now that I've explained it, I'll kind of show it one more time just for kicks. But make the OK sign, put it up to your mouth, hold it for a second, and the pterodon will whisk you away, and there'll be like an animation that makes it make sense, and a video that looks a little bit better. But oh, here's some dead fish for you that I asked for. So I won't show you anything else from him currently, but anyways, thanks Hala for reminding me about the whistle. I was excited to share that with you guys too. Kyle, I didn't give you any warning. We can start with questions. I think Tara's got questions. So if you want to prep your teas, which is much cooler than anything I just showed, then yeah, are you ready now, Yum Yum?
I'm ready to get ready.
Okay, why don't you get ready, and we'll start with some questions.
Now they know my name. Tara.
Holy smokes, we got 1,500 people here.
This is the most we've ever had ever. Which I've been looking at like what our max is, so I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. It'd be funny. It'd be super funny to hit our max. It's 10,000.
People stop joining.
Just listening, but if we're sharing, we're not sharing anything anymore. I don't know how it works with like sharing cameras. Depends on how boosted we are.
We'll see.
That's cool.
Everyone, quickly boost.
Tara, are you able to do questions, or should we have Hala do it?
I can do the questions.
Okay, cool. I will get ready.
Okay. All right, Mike. So Mr. Banana asked, when is the fusion of the Orosaur and the Tuffaluffagus coming?
That is supposed to be okay. What the heck? You guys finished that friggin' challenge so fast. Like legitimately, that was like almost more surprising than the chickens because we were like, they'll do the chickens pretty fast. But with everything, I don't know. You guys finished that last one really fast, so you might have to wait for a second because we weren't ready for that. Good job, but kind of not messed up our plans a little bit. It is coming. It looks like close to Independence Day, if not. Or sorry, no, June 4th. June 4th is when it should be coming, not July 4th. So yeah, our hope is to have one more community challenge around that. It's so hard to plan because we like really were trying to fill in 2 more community challenges before it, and now you guys finished it super fast. I guess that's better than taking way too long, but yep, June 4th. So get your submissions in if you haven't already. I don't even know if that's still available. Terry, you probably know better than I do how long until they have to submit that, but
I forget. I think
I think
Yum
there's
Yum
a
would
few
know
more
better
days.
than me. Yeah, I think it's ending soon.
all right, next question.
Benji, can you make a horse valley or a chicken valley? If possible, then what alphas would they have?
Great question. Hall and I were just talking about this. I don't remember what day it was. We were talking about adding a new. What was the creature we even talked about? Maybe we shouldn't say, but I was thinking that
Dodo birds.
there was going to be. Oh yeah, Dodo Bird Valley. That was the one. Why couldn't I remember that? Of course. Yeah, I like. Okay, we have some plans with the chickens, and that's where it makes it a little bit tricky. But I love the idea of farming dodo birds, and especially if we make a community challenge with it, it's like you guys contributed to their extinction. So, anyways, that was just an idea. We will start mixing in some more of those. We're doing our best, as you guys. We've said this a lot of times. We are limited by the technology, the networking, and all the things. We have so many systems going at any given time. Cosmetics, your dinosaurs, weapons, all of that is pulling processing power and networking power. And so it's why we have to limit the game to only having 3 available maps at any given time. The PvP map, as we had it, was very simple, so we were able to kind of throw that in there for a short time. That is going to be gone this Thursday, guys. I'm really sorry. I hope you guys have loved it. I've had a great time with it. Seems like in general it's been well received. We're going to make some slight tweaks, bring it back, but we're working on a much, much more substantial version that will be coming way down the pipe. So still be excited for it, but for a short time, it will be gone. So sorry about that. Anyways, 3 maps at any given time. Right now, we're making sure to keep at least Cow Canyon or Pig Valley available because we know that's the easiest way to farm. So we're trying to alternate between them. We've had Boneyard open for a while. That's also going away. It will be back. Skeleton will be back at some point. It might be a while because obviously we are going to be bringing back Triskeletops for the Halloween update and everything. So maybe one more time of the Skeleton before Halloween, and maybe not because we still have other maps that we're going to be trying to introduce as well. Flying map will be back, not for a super long time. Magmadon will be gone here in a couple weeks as well, bringing it back, the flying update. So they're going to keep rotating in and out, and we want to have another dodo bird, horse, something canyon that you guys can farm. So really long answer to that, but just yeah, good question.
All right, next one. Will the Spinosaurus be able to live on land?
Yes, absolutely. It will. It'll feel like a very large T-Rex, basically. I think it's a little faster than a T-Rex. I can't remember the exact stats of it as far as its land-based dinosaur goes. But we wanted to make sure you could, like this, especially this first swimming dinosaur, you'll be able to enjoy it everywhere, especially because you know, a lot of you will purchase the bundle or purchase the eggs, as opposed to like the Mosasaurus will be amazing at swimming, but near useless on land to get around. But again, we have some fun ideas for how you could still utilize it. So if we're able to achieve that, then we'll let you know how that goes. But Spinosaurus, 100% yes, you can use on land and in sea or water.
Right. Coca-Cola asks, will you guys ever make 10-player lobbies?
Great question. That goes back to kind of my original what I was saying about the 3 maps. The only reason we don't is because every time we add a new player, it drops our frame rate by like 5%. So we have some things we're going to be doing long term to improve just overall performance. We're going to switch renderers, and we have Unity is going to be doing a deep evaluation of how we can back end optimize our code. If coming out of that we find ourselves performing a little bit better, I'd love to add a player or 2 to lobbies. And the short answer is we don't have a way to make that happen without literally just removing features entirely, like taking out chickens or taking out huts or something would be the only way we could add more players at this point without breaking the game. So, but we're getting there. We're trying. It is getting closer to being our number 1 priority. We just have a lot of other things we're trying to do, like swimming and fishing.
All right, 1v4 asks, will you guys ever add a background to the loading screen? For example, when you hop in UG, there could be a water or a sea background, and the letter UG could still be there.
Hey, great question. And answered that earlier with a tease. Check announcements, and you'll see the artwork for that. So yes, and you'll see it on Thursday.
So it's actually going to be the loading screen.
Yeah. That's
you guys have never changed it. That's so exciting.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we changed it once on accident. I think we accidentally baked the lighting and moved some textures around, and so for a couple of days it looked different, but not intentionally. So,
looking forward to that. Mav asks, is the swimming dino saddle going to be locked behind the flying dino saddle?
Nope. If you don't have a flying dino, then you can still get the swimming dino. You just need a tank saddle, so the stone saddle, which most players tend to have. But yeah, it's the same barrier as if you had the flying saddle already. So if you've already got a flying saddle unlocked, you should be able to unlock the swimming saddle, no problem. And even if you don't have it unlocked, if you have the ability to unlock it, you'll also be able to unlock the swimming saddle at the same time. Yeah, I hear you rumbling around. Does that mean we can see your
sorry,
amazing tease? Let's take a break from Q&A and see what Yum Yum has to behold. It's going to be quite amazing.
All right, I'm going to take my headset off because it's too short, and I can't give you the full glory of this thing. And so, just wave at me from your cameras when you're done.
Perfect.
All right, let's turn it on.
All right, look at him go. Yum Yum riding a Nubasaur IRL. Who's excited for Halloween? That's so great. I haven't seen it in person yet. I need to get into the office, but we're working on the saddle bones or whatever. I think little nubs like that work pretty good. We weren't able to get the manufacturer to properly make this saddle, but oh my gosh, sorry.
Yeah, guys, this is not the final. There's gonna be a few changes when you guys can buy it. They'll be even better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done.
I think we could just watch that the rest of the time.
Just running around the office.
Yeah. Just watching the office.
Somehow half of our viewers dropped though. We were up to 2,500, and then as soon as you turned on your camera, everyone dropped. So I don't know what happened there. No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez. I thought that was our limit for our server.
No.
Okay.
No, just saying that. Yeah, just giving a hard time. Anyways, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That also got there, I guess yesterday that got to the office. So the UGG shirt, for those I'm going to show it one more time, but for those of you who didn't see it, UGG shirt got here 2 hours ago, and that amazing costume got here yesterday. It got to the office yesterday, so glad we got to share that with you guys.
Does that shirt have a back, or is that the other one?
That's the other one. This is everything's on the front for this one. Yeah. Oh, and you guys have that shirt, right, in office? Anyways.
Yes.
Spencer was wearing it the other day, so.
Nice.
It's long gone now.
AKA the tribe mute. All right. More questions.
Next question. The cool guy Since there's no alphas or bosses in the water map this update, what will we do in the water map?
So I did go over that a bit. So you'll basically scavenge for pearls. You'll hunt that little hermit crab. The following week, you'll also be able to hunt the the octopus. And there'll be fish swimming everywhere that you can go around. It'll be fun. Like it's fun to like kind of aim and swim into them, and they'll basically just immediately eat them, basically as if they just like one shot. You can also obviously like shoot them with stuff, and then they'll turn into loot, and you can feed them to your dinosaurs or take them back for bones. Eventually, we'll have the Mosasaurus battle, which is also in that main chamber. There's a cave that you'll see kind of closed off. That will be coming. Let's see. I was going to tell you guys all the updates. So we have this week. You'll do crab, pearls, fish everywhere. The following week, the octopus. Also, that pteranodon will be coming. The whistle thing. The flying map will come back. There'll be a new Flaptor variant that you can get from fighting him. Fish tank in your hut for cosmetics, just like on your mantle, not like just like a fun hut cosmetic there. The week after that will be the fishing system, and you'll have 3 different poles you can get. And a whole Fish-A-Dex, so there'll be a whole page on your Dino Dex that's just fish. So you'll try to get them and get them as heavy as you can, and brag to your friends as who has the heaviest. I don't even know if we have names for them yet. There's basically like a T-Rex fish. There's a chicken fish. There's the angler fish, and there's like the grouper. And anyways, we'll have all the names and all that stuff dialed in and done. Most of the models are done already. I guess we do have names for them. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. The week after that, we're gonna have kind of like a summer update. So that'll be like a little less water themed. But then on June 11th, the Mosasaurus battle will be coming out. And we will also, at that point, likely introduce alphas. So on the 11th, you'll be able to get water alphas. We have 2 different ways we're going to do it. Probably one would be a more familiar way. The other way we might introduce through actually through fishing. So the encounters wouldn't come unless you were fishing. So we're still on the fence about that, still deciding on how to do water alphas. The reason is because underwater, like dinos heal with water, obviously, everyone knows that. Since the dawn of time, that's how it's been. So dinos heal in water, so we can't really have battles underwater the same way. And so as a result, the alpha battles aren't as threatening if the alphas can't kill you, can't deplete your health. So they're either going to one-shot you and send you back to respawn, kind of like you've seen in other battles, or we're going to do this other approach, which is going to require more of like a fishing approach. So just trying to figure out what we can get done by the 11th for that. Yeah, super long answer to your question, but we can go to the next one now.
All right, from Bonebreaker, is there a small chance for a bundle variant out of a normal egg?
Good question, and there's understandably probably confusion to this. No, the short answer is no. For some time, you could get both, but for the past several months, there has not been, and when we launched, there was also not. So yeah, we keep that. So basically, the way it works is you can get them obviously by trading. So a lot of people who buy the bundle want the cosmetics, they'll trade away the bundle one, and so a lot of people who don't ever pay any money are able to still get that variant. You just sometimes have to trade maybe like a Spinosuchus at a higher level, or Spinosuchus and a Chomp or something to be able to get it, is how I've seen it done, basically.
Lost was wondering about the swimming update. Are there going to be any pirate-themed cosmetics in the shop?
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm at liberty to say here. We will definitely have a lot of pirate stuff coming to UGG at some point. For those of you who are unaware, our studio actually helped work on a fairly popular game called Sail VR early on, and I would say a collab is probably like an understatement. I'll probably leave it at that because it's not for me to divulge. But we're not having as much pirate stuff now because we're going to have probably quite a bit later.
I can't wait for that. I love pirate stuff.
Oh yeah.
Lambo asks, will normal dinos be able to be used in the water map?
Yes. I might have answered that earlier. They will, and you will be able to swim around. You just probably won't want to. I think the way it basically would, if I had to like rank it, it's going to be like Mosasaurus and basically swimming only dinos are going to be the best for swimming. They'll just be really bad at land. Then you've got the Spinosaurus, which is actually still quite good at swimming, but also works on land. Then you've got it. So yeah, those are probably the top two that are really good swimming. Then you got a pretty good drop as an UG. An UG can swim because it's still small, right? And I don't know, for whatever reason it can swim. But then you've got your land dinosaurs and your flyers. They're going to be hard to fly around, but you can still access the entire map. You can still hit the hermit crab. You'll still be able to battle the Mosasaurus and battle everything else. It just might be harder to get around. It might be more painful. More likely than not, if you're trying to get around underwater, you'll just hop off your dinosaur and swim as an UG. But best case scenario, you're on your Spinosaurus. So
Makes sense. I can't remember if you've already said this today, but do you know the exact price of the saddle for the new dino?
Yes, it is exactly the same as the flying saddle. I think it's 1750 nugs, if I'm remembering right. Holly, do you know by chance? I think
I can know in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Whatever the flying saddle is.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the flying saddle. Now I don't know where I wrote that down. How much that is. But you guys are smart. You can go in game and see how much the flying saddle is.
Perfect. Another question about different animals. Will there ever be any besides chickens, like lizards or turtles, or any other types of animals around the map?
Yeah, we'll have other. I mean, we talked about dodos, I guess, earlier, which is kind of the same. We're always trying to find ways. We have goats, cows, fish, chickens. Yeah, we love adding modern we have dogs. We have Jasper, my cat. Oh, I meant to bring Jasper in this time. He's mostly outdoors. He likes eating stuff. Yeah, we have a lot, and we do plan to continue adding more.
Okay. And when is the Mosasaurus going to be released? Asked Divine Nova.
Yes, that'll be like I said, June 11th is the planned date for that. I do appreciate content creators there, ones that are here. You guys keep saying and letting people know things are subject to change. We are making changes to the last minute. I like sending screenshots or sharing stuff with you now, for example, colors. But those colors sometimes change. Sometimes people get excited about the changes. Sometimes people wish we had released the original versions. But we've been sticking to this calendar that we have internally that I'm looking at right now, and things have moved, but usually we're pretty accurate with it. So I would assume that come June 11th, you guys are going to be battling the Mosasaurus, and it will not be like any Titan encounter that you've ever had. That is for sure. So should be exciting.
I have a question from Hat Classy about community dinos. Will there ever be more like Titans, flying, or even Hydros that the community can design?
Man, we talked about this, and I don't remember where we landed. It's on our internal roadmap somewhere. The short answer is probably we'll have Hydros and flying at some point. I think the plan was to first do another hunter and another tank. We're not totally positive exactly how many we're going to have in rotation, because at some point we do need to slow down adding dinosaurs to our game. So we're in early access still, for those of you who don't know. It's kind of like a beta phase. It's where we're not, like, the game's not what we would consider to be done. We still have to add our entire second map that I'm going to have a massive Q&A on sometime in the next, hopefully couple weeks. Me and Hall are working hard. Well, the whole team's working hard to get all that together. So hopefully I can tell you guys about this kind of like phase 2 long-term play that we're going to have. I totally lost my train of thought. Why was I even bringing that up? What were we just talking about? Oh my gosh, spaced it for a second.
Community dinos
Sorry.
being designed.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So we're in this state of early access. Once we release that, and once we've hit a certain threshold of dinosaurs, we're going to really slow down probably our update cadence as well as how many dinosaurs we have. But this isn't for a long time, so you guys can expect, the game's going to feel very similar to how it is now for quite some time. Very rapid updates, probably weekly updates through the year, and then we'll probably go to a little bit slower, maybe not. But at least we won't have as many dinosaurs coming out. Once we hit to like between 100 and 150 dinosaurs, I really think we're going to slow it down, just because we want you guys to be able to get all of them. And if we just constantly are adding new dinosaurs every single week, it just makes it hard to keep up. So we're doing our best to have enough so that we have enough alphas out there. We have enough variations of the community dinosaurs, so you guys are always interested. Like right now, we can only rotate between the two, so it's not that exciting. But if the Orosaur, say, had not been in game for like 8 months, I would imagine that you'd be a lot more excited for when it did come back. And same with our canyons and everything. Like we want to make sure there's enough variety in the canyons that as ones go and come back, like you get really excited about the fact that those things are coming back. And so once we're done with all of that, we have the alphas, community dinos, then the game should feel more complete, and we'll probably at that point leave early access. So yeah, that was a super long way to say that, but good questions again.
I have a question from Ferret Master that I'm also super curious about. What's the plan for Ugg's birthday? Ugg's first birthday?
It depends on quite a few things. We have different plans. It depends on what we're getting done, what we're able to get done at that time. It also depends on what I mentioned about the pirate update stuff. And so, I mean, and technically we have kind of like multiple birthdays. Like obviously our exact launch was September 25th, but we were in early access before that. And so, and we, I think the closest date is the 24th. So probably on the 24th is when we'd have our update. And we have a lot of fun ideas for that, but we don't have anything totally locked down. So I don't want to get you guys' hopes up in case we totally pivot and do something else.
I still think we should add birthday hats for the dinos, but
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll do stuff like that for sure.
okay. I've been saying that since many months. Next question from Super Pumpkin. Is there ever going to be a mobile app for Ugg?
Oh man, that's such a good question. And I love the idea of a mobile app. And we have a lot. I could probably talk for the remaining time easily. Not probably, easily I could talk for the rest of the time about a mobile game idea that we have. Which I think would be so fun because you'd be able to essentially like a Tamagotchi, like a little thing you could check in on your dinos, like while you're at school or while you're at work or while you're in the car or whatever. Not while you're driving, of course, while you're riding in the car. But check in on them, feed them, level them up, maybe hatch an egg like that you can only get through the mobile app. Share with your friends, play with your friends. Like we have so many fun ideas of how that would be just amazing and a slam dunk. But our number one priority right now, for sure, is just the VR experience because that's what makes Ugg so great. Like as fun as that would be to play on your mobile device, the reason Ugg's fun is because you feel that presence of moving those dinosaurs and puppeting them around. And we don't want to lose sight of that because we know that that's easily the most important. We'd obviously be able to reach a lot more people on mobile devices. And so we are excited about that idea. I'd love to do it. I don't think it would be anywhere until probably middle of next year would be the earliest we could pull something like that off. And we'd have to collaborate with another team in order to pull that off as well. So great idea. Love the idea. Stand by.
I had a couple more questions from chat. It's okay if you can't answer them. But one of them was, are you ever going to do another dupe reset for dinos to get rid of like duped dinos in the economy?
Good question. We monitor those dupes and we track them. Sometimes there's not as many out there, nearly as many as there were early on when we were having lots of problems. So sometimes it seems like there's a ton. I sometimes think there's a ton, and then I actually go check the real numbers, and it's so few. And so what happens is if we do a reset, likely, even if it's a small number, it will affect people who didn't do anything wrong at all. Either they didn't realize they were duping, they didn't know they were trading for a dupe, whatever. What we'd hate to do is affect users who like legitimately were good. And since there's so few that are bad, what we've been doing along the way is as we've seen those accounts, we've started either resetting their personal, like their own accounts, or reaching out to them, or taking away, if they had roles or something, we take those away, and remove the dupe dinos and stuff like that. So probably not, just because it's not as bad as it once was, and we really would hate to accidentally remove dinosaurs that we shouldn't have, or punish people who didn't do something bad. So sometimes, like, you hear things and it seems like it's a lot worse than it is, but it's kind of, I think it's people just saying that they're duping, and it's really not nearly as big of a problem as it once was. So luckily, knock on wood.
Cool. And someone else is wondering, how does the swimming movement work in the game, like compared to flying, for example?
It is very similar. Like if you've flown, you'll feel it feels like flying. Just it looks and sounds different. Biggest difference is that you don't like dive bomb, right? You have swim like this, or let the water just kind of slowly pull you down. Again, like I said, there's a little bit of directionality. So if you like look in different directions, you'll go that way. Same as turning. Like turning is the same as in flying. So you don't have to like do this arm to swim and turn. You just, where you look will be the direction that you'll start to propel yourself forward with. So like even snap turning will work that way as well. And so basically think of it as flying with to go down. I think we worked on it for quite some time. We had the same developer who nailed the flying. He's been working on it, and I think he's crushed it. I'm basically giving my final round of notes tonight to test it out, and excited to do so. And Alpha's been working on it and giving us feedback, really, really good feedback. So thank you, any Alpha testers that are here in the chat, and then we'll be giving it to beta testers after that. Thank you, beta testers. Always appreciate your feedback for sure. And then we'll release it to the world, and we'll probably make some slight tweaks after the fact. We did that with flying, even some that you may not have noticed as we went, to make it feel better. And so the version you have probably won't be the final version, but it feels really, really good right now. And if you like flying, I think you'll love swimming.
Cool. Something that I always get asked that I feel like we've answered this before, but I'm going to ask again. Will you ever have a way in game where you can show the bundle variant differently as the egg? So it shows up differently than the other egg, so you know it's a bundle dino?
Yeah, I remember talking about that early on, and I don't remember what the real reason was, but the idea was that you're not technically like supposed to know which one it is, in case, like, to make it more of a mystery. We can revisit that, but it also would be kind of tricky too to, like, I guess we could put a star or something on every single egg that was a bundle version of it or something. It would have to be something across all of them, and we just don't have a system for that. So I kind of like the mystery, but I get sometimes that actually can be frustrating, because you might go back and not realize like which is which. So good question. Something we'll think about for sure. Keep in mind, the short term is we kind of actually want to keep it that way, but also don't want you guys just to be frustrated. So if it's not a good feature, it's probably something we can figure out at some point.
All right. 2 more questions. 1, will
Great.
you add a friending system eventually to the game?
Yes. So, something that's kind of fun, and maybe if we wrap up early. Anyways, answer is yes. we've changed how we're gonna like name our updates going forward. We're gonna use like the UGG speak, and I'm like really excited about this. So that's why the banner art that we shared earlier says UGG swim. So we're trying to figure out like very short ways of describing the game. So instead of saying like UGG the flying update or UGG Christmas extravaganza or anything like that, we're just gonna be like UGG freeze or UGG snow or something like that. Like try to do UGG speak. Anyways, so we're gonna have an UGG friend update is the plan. That's supposed to come probably in August as like a back to school update. Is our hope. So it's a fairly complex system. We definitely need to have the friending system as well as like avoiding people too. So if you're in a lobby with somebody you really don't like, you can obviously report them now, and we do like issue bans because of that and stuff. And follow that and track how many people report individuals and everything. But you can report them, and then we'll probably have a checkbox that is like defaulted to on that says like avoid playing with this player, and then you won't be lobbied up with them in the future. So that will be part of the friend update. But yeah, we'd love to have a better and more robust way to play with your friends. And then that second map that I've been talking about, we definitely before that are going to have a way where you can like go from the current Uggtopia to that second map with like a group of friends and back and forth, because you will still want to go between the maps to do different things. And so friend system for that, friend system for PvP, those are totally necessary. So they will be coming, and we're excited about them.
Awesome. The other question would be, when are you adding smooth turning?
Oh yeah. We can. It's not that big a deal.
Could
We
you
are
just,
adding it on
because you know
August
when I'm
12th.
are you really?
No, I'm just saying that because I don't have
Okay.
an answer. But
Because like sometimes like me and Yum Yum will be filming, like we were filming in the Balrog battle, and I was standing up on that tiny like bridge, and I had to be so
Yeah.
careful to like turn because I was supposed to get flung by his staff and like get off the edge. But like the fear that I felt, because when you're in small spaces in this game and you snap turn all of a sudden, like sends you flying a little bit, it's just it's
Yeah.
terrifying. Like I would love to see smooth turning, but I think a lot of people would also.
yeah, it should be raised up our priority list. Holla has the exact answer for you, but no, I don't know what it is.
August 12th. That's what Merdominate said.
Yeah, Dominate said it, and it will never change.
Oh, I'm
putting this
sure.
in my
I'm sure it'll be
calendar.
sometime this summer.
I think for content creators too, it'd be really nice because the snap turning doesn't look as nice on filming. So
That's true. It's actually quite difficult, even just when we're doing recordings like in house to give notes and feedback and stuff. It's confusing sometimes if you snap turn. So
mhm.
yeah. So I mean, just to kind of was that the last question, or was there one more?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Holla, do you mind tracking down the Spiny Beast hybrid? I meant to share that too.
Uh-huh.
Forgot to go through.
And then I also
oh.
sent you a picture of all the fish with their names.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And actually, okay, I'm gonna share quite a bit more with you guys real quick because I forgot that I was gonna go through our concept art channel. Can you drop in some of the stuff from Johnny from
Yeah.
the update? Here, I'll share this with you, and then we'll be getting more stuff here soon, probably. Here's a dino fish. So the ones we're gonna have this week: the Triceratops, the chicken fish, the grouper's not in here. The grouper basically looks like this guy without this part here, though, but a bigger grouper, the magma snapper, and then these three are going to be part of the fishing update, actually. So, but these top four are basically in the game, plus the version of the anglerfish that is the small version. So, bigger version will be coming soon. But yeah, all right. So here's our first swimming hybrid. Obviously, Beastosaur. We originally modeled it after a whale, so we felt like it had to be fused with a swimming dino. So it's going to be called Spiny Beast, not Spinaguelosaurus, but our concept artist likes to put in like the most ludicrous names when he names stuff. So anyways, this will be a hybrid that's coming out pretty soon after, and it should swim really good and have kind of like some of the Beastosaur aspects to it as well. So pretty excited about that guy. Yeah, this is some more fun stuff that's going to be coming. Going to have, when you're swimming through the Mosasaurus, it's going to have like bloodworms inside of it that attack you, of course, because that makes sense. They're basically going to one-shot you. So these things will be terrifying. The whole Mosasaurus and the dark area of the map will be kind of like, I think terrifying. We'll see how like jump scare it really gets. I mean, not compared to like other stuff, but this is not technically a zombie fish that's like raised from the dead. It's actually just a partially digested fish that will attack you. So that'll be in there and be kind of scary. We got the Hammerhug is planned to come out a few weeks after the Spinosaurus. Here's the fish tank. This is already modeled and done, but this concept art was so fun. So this will be up on your fireplace mantle if you want it. Oh yeah, this is a tease for those of you that have been doing the Meta Horizon Plus bundles and getting those. This will be the one for June. So it'll be this, and then Hollywood. I can't think of what dinosaur comes with it right now. Oh, the Iguanodon. So you get an Iguanodon egg and this lovely and it bobs around just like Terra's emu does. So it should be a really fun cosmetic and very summerish. Oh yeah. Here's it for. I think we leaked this image, but
I think
chicken
so.
fish for those who haven't seen
what
it.
we've leaked and what we haven't.
Yeah. So many fun things coming up. Lots with this swimming update. It will not be completely done once you get it on Thursday, but I think there's going to be plenty to do in the swimming update this week. So you should be happy. More will be coming the week after with this the Octopus encounter, and then shortly after that, the week after that, will be fishing. I mean, it's just back to back to back, and then the Mosasaurus battle will be coming in early June. So 1 month from today, you'll be battling that Mosasaurus, and it should be lots of fun. All right, Yum, Holla, Tara. What else have we missed? What else have we missed in the chat? Chat, you want to throw out some questions? If I see a banger, I'll.
I've seen a lot of people asking about when merch is going to come out.
Oh, will you take that one if you can? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm not going to say exactly when it's coming out just in case, but it will be pretty soon. It will be this summer. And on Thursday, there's going to be a teaser for it, a teaser for the merch. You can't buy it on Thursday. I'm not saying that, but you will get some more information this Thursday.
Yes. Website is up. I've seen it. It looks great. Excited for it. Again, this isn't our domain. We don't know how to make merch. So have patience with us as we work with these vendors and these other parties that, we can only ask so much and suggest so much, and we work with them, and they're great to work with. Appreciate them. They know their stuff. This shirt, quality-wise, is actually phenomenal, guys. I have to say, I'm really, really thrilled with how it feels. It is not a cheap, like the fabric's really good, and the print is very obviously, it's like super vibrant, and I can tell it's not like the kind that is going to go away real soon. And that's what we asked for. We wanted like really quality stuff. So yeah, merch is going to be great. I did see somebody ask, are we going to have flying alphas? And the answer to that is yes, and actually much sooner than later. So the plan is when we bring back the flying map, we're going to have flying alphas. So the swoop jaw is going to be claiming its territory in there, and you'll have to battle it in the air. So that will be fun. Good question, because that was actually something I wanted to bring up with you guys. We haven't started working on that yet because we've been cramming all these other stuff in, and we are prioritizing the Octopus encounter because that's going to be newer. But the idea when the flying map returns is to bring it back with Swoopjaw alphas. And so we know how we're going to do it and what it's going to be like, just whether or not we can get to it by next Thursday. That seems insane. And then another thing, I think I said this already, but the Flaptor is going to have a new variant as well. So the flying map will be will be not quite as different as maybe like the volcano map return, just because that was such a long time between returning. But at the very least, you'll have a new Flapter variant and Swoopjaw alphas that'll be up in the air, flying around. So, and yeah, any other good questions that came through? We're like right at the hour. All right.
We've got a code we can share.
Oh yeah, please do. You guys know this routine. I usually hop off by now, but I'm good for another couple minutes. So share the love. Release the Kraken.
I'll share it. Speaking of, hey, stop typing so I can do it, so people can see it. It's angry. Oh my gosh. Sad. Happy. Love. Do it a few times. Angry. Sad. Happy. Love. There you go. Go put that in game. Some nugs. It'll be gone in a couple hours. Go.
Guys, this is always a blast. Thank you so much for coming. We had a lot of people join today. Hopefully it was fun. We dropped a lot of stuff. We are going to have probably one more here, not in the not too distant future, to update you on the Moses Huggis and everything. And then I think shortly after that, we're going to have like the big one about like the real long-term plans. And so that should be really fun. And hopefully you guys tune in for that. And as you can tell, I'm trying to finish up my background. It's still a work in progress, but really, really fun to hop in with you guys and chat. And thanks for being here. And thanks for playing the game more than anything, guys. It's awesome to see the community just continue to grow. Game continues to grow. And you guys are this great community. Content creators are awesome. Beta testers, community managers, all of you, like the mods we've got, just couldn't be more grateful for all of that. So thank you guys. And that I'll hop off.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for your good questions. It was great. I'll see you later.
Bye.